Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Spellbinder doing a update on my new belief in Gnosticism or Gnostics. And the man John Lash is, well, I come across his information and I'm pretty well, he's on the same page I am. So this is a disclaimer I wanted to point out between the people who believe in quote Gaia isn't the same thing as what he believes and what I don't believe. Gaia is actually Sophia, the being that came from the center of our galaxy to bring life upon this world, that this world isn't even of the solar system, according to the Gnostics. And John Lash knows this, and I do too now. Once I start reading through the Gnostic texts that were discovered in 1945 and later published in 47 after interpretation, and it's pretty well. This is his website. I came across it, and this is what he says about Gaia-Sophia. Here is the core of metahistory.org, presenting the future myth proposed in the mission statement. I do not say new myth because there is no such thing as a new myth, although myths appear at different stages of expression in various cultures and various ages. Metahistory.org is not an activist site proposing tactics or practical measures to improve society or save the planet. Rather, it offers a challenge for imagination. There are critical limits and clear criteria for this imaginative adventure of dreaming with Sophia, the goddess of the world. She's the energy force. She's one of the center of the galaxy. Reached out and touched our world and brought what we call biological life here. Disclaimer: the Gaian orientation of this site does not imply that the Earth needs to be saved from the human species by an elite program of social engineering, eugenics, or depopulation. It does not endorse the argument that pollution of our habitat and the depletion of our natural resources necessitate such measures. Believe that. Site author John Lash does not approve the theory of human-made global warming, and nor do I. On no account can writings on metahistory.org be cited to support a falsely alleged pagan called to earth worship, which it isn't, that disguises an agenda of genocide, transhumanism, and off-planet salvation. None of that exists. The salvation is here on this planet. And it's when you get back with the thought of everything that she created on this world, including us. In the Gnostic perspective of this site, Sophia, the embodied wisdom of the earth, is the savior of humanity, and not vice versa. We're not here to save the planet. The planet's really here to save us. The earth will take care of herself no matter where divine patriotism and global psychoses lead the human species. No matter what these psychoses or psychos or sociopaths and psychopaths take us, she will be here to help us. Period. It's really that simple. The Archons are actually a side effect of this world coming into existence in its own way. They were created millenniums ago, millions of years ago actually, and they created all non-organic worlds around us. This is the only life force world that we are living on right now. This is it. You're on it. And to find salvation on this world is the secret to living forever with Sophia and the universe as it is, the galaxy. We are here, and our lesson is not to be taken over by the matrix created by the Archons. That is what the Gnostic books actually said. I don't know if you understand that until you read the Gnostics or go to this website. And I told you the name of the website, metahistory.org, and read what he has to say. He has several YouTube videos done by different radio talk shows who actually interviewed him, asked him questions, and it makes a lot of sense of what he's saying. You'll have to check that out for yourself. I mean, I am only here to bring him forward because he's been working on this for over 45 years. I've been only working on it for 10. So he's got a lot more on to what I understand about Sophia and the Gnostics and what they were and still are today, I should say. Gnosticism is nothing but like shamanism, or the belief of Carlos Castaneda in his books, the teachings of Don Juan. In its own way, it goes into that, because actually, apparently, Carlos Castaneda came across the Gnostics at the university in LA, and he read through them, and if he did not create everything he said from these books, he actually talked to a real Indian shaman, an Indian from Mexico, who was a brujo, I guess you could call him. And that was only a name because he really wasn't that. He was Don Juan was supposedly a venturer like the Gnostics. They went out and they seen what is around us beyond our mental cages that we have created around us, that the Archons keep us in. And the Matrix is just like in the movie, basically. If you kind of look at the movie The Matrix, the first one, that is what it's like. You're in this reality, you're trapped in this, and you're continually will be stuck in this until you start to separate and start to raise your chakras to the point of Kundalini. You must make the serpent rise within you. And don't take that as, oh, that's Satanism, oh, that's this, that's that. No, it isn't. It's very well thought of. The energy current acts like a serpent. I'm an electrician. Believe me, electricity is exactly like that. It's like a serpent. It goes through wires, through buildings and everywhere. And it paths its way through and zigzags and whatnot. And you get power that way, and your lights work. That's only a metaphor for what this really is. So don't look at Gnosticism as anything else but what it is. The teaching behind the curtain. And that's what you'll learn when you start reading the scripts. It'll wake you up from the mainstream media religions, as I will call them, because that's what they are. They're religions to control you and dominate you and make you think in the Archon way of turning you into them. Anybody that thinks that transhumanism and genocide and earth worship is part of it, or paganism, are wrong. It's not that at all. It's connecting to it. It's actually connecting to the force of this planet. Not worshiping the imaginary playmate in the sky. It doesn't exist. But Gaia, if you want to call it that, or Sophia, does exist. And she's here to help us if we tap to her. And she's connected to the center of the universe and is now reawakening herself back that way. And she may even take this planet out of this solar system. Oh yes, there have been theories and scientific theories about being able to have planets floating around throughout the galaxy everywhere. And they have their own heat, their own atmosphere and light, because the planets are alive. Living planets. Yes, we live on a living planet. The whole planet is alive. Don't think of it as a material world. That's what the Archons want you to believe it is, because they are robotic in thinking. They think like a machine. They don't think like a human. So don't go with them. This is all I really had to say for now. I'll get back to you the more I read into more of the Gnostics. But as I read some of the Gnostic texts of Philip and Thomas, this makes a lot of sense. And this man has been, John Lash, has been studying this for years. And he has things called the post-correction writings, the true or the anarchy of life on Earth, with audio commentary. Yes, he does. Written 2011. And you'll have to examine that for yourself. Until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, be good. And be good at it. And may Sophia help you back to the light. Good day.